you.
I'm glad you're taking it so well, Leonard. I was afraid that my voting against your budget proposal might upset you.
Dan, we have to have room in a free society for differences of opinion. I admire your integrity and independence. Standing your ground like that showed a rare kind of courage, and I can't praise it highly enough.
Thanks, Leonard.
You think he's a communist?
I don't think so.
Well, whatever he is not a team player. I think I'm going to have a little chat with our new supervisor.
Good idea.
I'll sit down with him informally and give him a spontaneous, off-the-cuff, heart-to-heart talk.
Good.
Right one.
Harriet, you remember Scott, don't you?
Oh, sure. How are you, Scott?
Fine, thanks.
Oh, we just had a wonderful lunch. We went to a charming French restaurant. Antique chandeliers, chantilly lace tablecloths, beautiful silver candlelight, and only 3 tables.
How's the food?
Lousy. That's why they only need 3 tables.
Well, I'll let you all get back to work.
Oh, by the way, Phyllis, if you're free tonight, I'd like to have you meet my parents.
Your parents?
I thought we could have dinner at their place.
Well, certainly I'd love to.
Good. Pick you up at 7.
Bye, Harry.
Bye.
Gee. Isn't meeting the parents usually a serious step?
Yeah. Sounds like you and Scott are hitting it off better than I realized, Phyllis.
Sounds like we're hitting it off better than I realized. I mean, we've been dating for several weeks now, and we've come to like each other very much. But he's always so shy with me. The thought has even crossed my mind that perhaps Scott doesn't find me physically alluring. Isn't that ridiculous? I don't know what came over me.
Insight? Phyllis, have you asked Scott why he's so shy around you?
Certainly not. I consider that quite forward. I don't believe a woman should complain to a man about his lack of romantic interest until after they're married. I'm really puzzled. Why do you suppose Scott wants to take me home to meet his parents?
Scott like his parents?
Sure.
There goes my theory.
How's that, dear?
You're too far to the right, Jonathan.
Let's leave my politics out of this, dear.
Oh, Jonathan, you and your stinking wit.
That's stinging wit, dear.
Oh, yes, of course.
Let me look at it.
But you see, it's still off center.
So it is. And all this time I thought I was a hanging judge.
There's that stinking wit again.
Stinging.
Not this time, dear.
Hi there.
Well, another date with Scott tonight, Phyllis?
Yes, and I was hoping that Scott and I might have a few moments to ourselves here before we leave. Would that be possible?
Why, certainly. You can have the living room all to yourselves.
Thank you.
Excuse me, Mother.
What is it?
Phyllis is entertaining a gentleman here in the living room this evening.
Well, tell him to hold it down. I'm doing my needlepoint. Oh, how nice.
What is the pattern?
It's one I made up myself. Charles Bronson. In the box.
So it is.
Hairy devil, isn't he?
Mother. I think it best we leave Phyllis alone with the gentleman friend here. He happens to be a very special young man.
Yes, he's asked me home to meet his parents. I think he might be getting serious about our future together.
Well, that's different. Congratulations, dear. And he is a very lucky young man. Why didn't you tell me she's hooked a sucker?
Oh, that's Scott now.
Oh,
Yes.
oh, Jonathan, we never finished hanging the painting. It's still crooked.
Oh, don't worry, Audrey. There's only one thing in the room that Scott's going to notice. Good night.
Hello, Scott.
Hi,
Come
Phyllis.
in.
How are you tonight?
How do I look?
Very well.
Thank you.
That painting's a little off-center, isn't it?
Well, very observant. Scott, may I speak my mind?
Sure, we have a minute.
I enjoy your company, and I've grown very fond of you. You've always been a perfect gentleman with me. But there's only so much of that a woman can stand.
What do you want me to do, Phyllis? Lose control of myself? Go crazy with passion? Attack you right here in the living room?
For starters. We've been going out together for weeks now, and I've tried to be interesting and stimulating and exciting. And I can't even compete with a lopsided seascape. What is it, Scott? What's wrong with me? Am I so unattractive you don't even want to touch me? What's wrong with me, Scott?
Phyllis, the problem isn't with you, it's with me. I'm gay.
Things wouldn't have been any different if I were Raquel Welch.
No.
Oh, Brigitte Bardot.
No.
Candace Bergen.
No.
Edgar Bergen. Where are you going?
I'm leaving. Don't you want me to leave?
Of course not. Is that the reaction you usually receive from people you tell?
You're the only straight person I've told.
You never told your family or friends?
No one. In fact, I go to great lengths to hide it. I do ridiculous things, like dating you. I didn't mean that the way it sounded.
I understand. You were using me as a cover so people wouldn't get suspicious.
That's why I invited you to my folks' house tonight. I've done that with several women. It's a pretty miserable way to live, isn't it?
Scott, these are the 1970s. Being gay isn't something you have to hide anymore.
Oh, I know, Phyllis, but I'm from another generation. I mean, they call a person gay now, but when I was growing up, they called him other things, and they weren't nice, like gay.
Oh, you mean words like sissy. Very.